So you want to know how to divide a term by an imaginary number? Well, good thing you clicked on the video. That's what I'm going to teach you how to do. So let's take a look. What you're going to do is write down the numerator. So x squared plus 1. And that's your dividend, right? So that goes on the inside of this long division symbol. We're going to do this via long division. It won't be a long process, but we're going to do a long division. And you're going to take your divisor there and write it then on the outside. Now what your goal is to do is you have to then identify how many times does this leading term here, x, go into the leading term inside of that division symbol. So in other words, if you took x squared and divided it by x, what does that result in? Well, it results in x. This is your quotient technically. So put that quotient above. Okay, that's the value. Now what you're going to do is after you do that, you're going to set up your parenthesis down here. So write a minus symbol and open and close parentheses. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this quotient, whatever it was, and you're going to multiply it by each term here in your divisor. Oh boy, too many D's. So x squared, well, I already told you the answer. Foreshadowing here, x times x is going to be x squared. And then x times the negative 1 is going to be a negative x. Then what you're going to do is you're going to do the math now. To make your life easier, you're going to distribute this negative sign to each of those two terms inside the parenthesis. All right, so what happens is this becomes negative and that'll become a positive. And then just simply add these together. So obviously x squared minus x squared is 0, and then you're going to have 1 plus x now, right? You can write it this way, 1 plus x, but it's better to write the x term first. It just makes your life possibly a little easier. Doesn't really make a difference, but it's x plus 1. Now what you're going to do is you're going to repeat the process. You're going to take this term and see how many times you can divide it into that term, all right? Now, since this is a minus 1 and this is a plus 1, I have to look at it by identifying how many times the leading term goes into one another. In other words, how many times does this go into that? And obviously, x divided by x is a 1. It's a positive 1, that is, right? So you're going to write that up at the top. Then what you're going to do is set up your next, right? You probably remember this from way back when. Not in terms of them being this complicated, but in terms of doing it with numbers, right? Long division process. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take that value 1, multiply by each term there. You're going to put that value inside of your parentheses here with the negative sign, so x minus 1, right? Because 1 multiplied by x minus 1 is just itself. And then all you're going to do is simply distribute that negative sign now in there. Okay, so this works out to be a minus, and that's a plus. The x's then will cancel, and that should always be the case. And then what you're going to be left with here is a 2. So this is part of your remainder. Okay, so then what you're going to do, whatever the sign of this is, it's a positive 2 since there is no sign, so you're going to write plus 2 divided by whatever your divisor is, x minus 1. And that, my friends, is the answer. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this helps. Look forward to helping you with more problems. Check out our channel because we have thousands, almost 5,000 problems out there. We'd love to help you. Take care.